Goldman Sachs just said this about NEO stock. Well, as we all know, Goldman Sachs is a huge company with a good brand name. So what's the buzz about? Well, it's like Goldman Sachs has something to say about NEO stock. Yes, you've heard it written. Such big companies are also interested in this particular stock. Don't you think there's something special about it? Well, we'll discuss all of it in today's video, so welcome everyone to Stock Market News. Don't exit this video just yet, as the fun is about to begin. Let's talk about history a little bit. After Goldman Sachs raised the company to a buy rating and set a price target of $6.40 per share, NEO Inc. shares rocketed higher by more than 15% during Wednesday's trading session. Following the battery incident, analyst Fei Feng noted a reduction in liquidity risk as well as a narrower cash burn, in addition to 37% improvement in delivery volumes between January and April. According to the research note written by Feng, this is the first time that a domestic premium car manufacturer has had a waiting list of purchasers, joining the ranks of companies such as Toyota Motor Corporation, Tesla Inc., and certain Lexus models. The previous week, NEO reported that its revenue for the first quarter dropped by 53.2% to $193.76 million, which was more than the consensus forecast of $18.16 million. However, GAAP EPADS came in at minus 23 cents, which was lower than the consensus estimate by 1 penny per share. May car sales in China increased by 1.17% year over year to 2.14 million, according to the China Association of Automobile Manufacturers. Even though this is the second month in a row that sales have gone up, year-to-date numbers are still predicted to be 9.7 million, which is a decrease of 23.1%. Depending on how the rest of the epidemic plays out, analysts predict that annual sales would fall anywhere from 15 to 25%. In a purely technical sense, the gains that NEO stock had made over the previous three sessions were extended. With a reading of 76.38, the Relative Strength Index, or RSI, claimed to the overbought region. However, the Moving Average Convergence Divergence accelerated its trend higher, or MACD. These indicators point to the possibility that the stock will see some consolidation prior to continuing its upward march. During the upcoming trading sessions, investors should keep an eye out for consolidation either below trendline resistance or above trendline support. In the event that the stock makes a breakout, investors may observe a move towards new highs. Traders might observe a move back into the company's previous price channel or a move to a reaction lows in the 50-day moving average, which is currently at $3.31 if the stock has a breakdown. The price target for EV NEO stock has been reduced by over 50% by Goldman Sachs. The following explains why Goldman Sachs analyst Fei Feng initiated Hong Kong-listed shares of NEO stock with a buy rating and a price target of 224 Hong Kong dollars. The price goal now reflects a new price target for ADR shares, which is $29 per share. This is a decrease from the previous price objective of $56. Because of the high battery usage of 75 kilowatts per hour or 100 kilowatts per hour, NEO is subjected to a large amount of greenflation pressure. We have taken note that NEO has not made any announcements regarding price changes in response to changes in cost pressure year to date, nor has it passed on the reduction in subsidies to its customers. As a result, we forecast a decrease of 2 to 4 percentage points in the gross margin for the company in 2022 to 2024. With a risk-free state of 3.5% and an equity risk premium of 6.5%, our valuation on DCF is not altered. However, the WACC has been updated from 9 to 14%, Feng stated in a client memo. At the beginning of today, China Renaissance reaffirmed its buy rating on NEO ADRs and set its price objective at $32.40 per share. According to two reports, the Federal Reserve may not increase its benchmark interest rate as significantly as had been previously anticipated. This news comes after months of speculation that the Fed would raise rates. The market responded to this news with cautious optimism. During this time, two analysts issued good remarks about Tesla, which not only benefited the stock of Tesla, but also likely assisted in pushing Rivian Automotive and NEO higher. Tesla's share price had increased by 3.5%, and Rivian's had increased by 4.8%, and NEO's increased by 4.5%. Well, then what? A Wall Street Journal article and the chief economist of Goldman Sachs both stated over the weekend that it is likely that the Federal Reserve will deliver a 75 basis point hike to the federal funds rate later this month, rather than the 100 basis point hike that some economists have been expecting. This is in contrast to the fact that some economists have been expecting that 100 basis point hike. Even though a rise of 75 basis points would still be considered noteworthy, investors are currently searching for whatever positive news they can get their hands on. These pieces of news are probably what pushed the Standard & Poor's 500 index and the tech-heavy NASDAQ composite higher when the markets opened on Monday. It should come as no surprise that Tesla, Rivian, and NIO are making gains given that these indices are also making increases. However, they also received a boost since an analyst at Barclays increased his price estimate for Tesla stock from $370 to $380, and an analyst at Deutsche Bank named the electric vehicle manufacturer to the institution's short-term catalyst call-buy list. Rosner stated there's a compelling opportunity to accumulate the stock right now due to the huge drop in the price of NIO shares that has occurred this year. As a result of all of this news, Tesla stock increased, and it's likely that Rivian and NIO shares also increase as a result of the momentum. In addition, investors in Rivian may have felt encouraged because Rosner maintained his buy recommendation for the stock, despite the fact that he decreased his price objective for it from $69 to $46. This is still almost 45% higher than where it finished trading. Now, when Tesla reports its earnings for the second quarter, which will take place in just a couple days, investors will get a better idea of the company's performance, and they'll also learn how Rivian and NIO are performing when these companies report their results, most likely August 11th. To tide them over till then, investors are pinning their hopes on the current upbeat atmosphere in the market, as well as the fact that the two experts have an optimistic outlook on Tesla at the moment. NIO, a Chinese manufacturer of electric vehicles, made the announcement that the company anticipates being listed on the main board of the Singapore Exchange Securities Trading Limited, or SGXST, on May 20th and beginning trading on that day. Goldman Sachs, PTA Ltd., and Credit Suisse Limited both participated in the transaction and are performing the functions of the joint issue managers. Prime Partners Corporate Finance Ltd. is serving in the capacity acting as the financial advisor. On May 6th, NIO made an announcement regarding its proposed secondary listing on the Singapore Exchange. The company noted that it had already received its eligibility to list letter from the SGXST with regard to the proposed secondary listing of its shares by way of introduction on the main board of the SGXST. This was done in connection with the proposed secondary listing of its shares. In the latter part of this month, the company will submit and then make public the required listing documents. The listing of NIO will utilize the technique of introduction to the exchange, which does not entail the issuance of any new shares or the financing of any new capital. Not only was NIO featured on the pre-delisting list that was recently published by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, but the company also had a dismal performance in terms of vehicle deliveries the previous month. The number of new vehicles supplied by NIO in April was only 5,074, representing a year-on-year decline of 28.6%. There had been a total delivery of 30,842 vehicles since the beginning of the year, which is an increase of 13.5% year-on-year. NIO stated that in order to meet the ever-increasing order demand, it's important to further overcome the strain brought about by the pandemic and supply chain interruptions. And that's going to do it for today's video. Hey, we thank you so much for seeing what was going on with us in the NIO world. Remember, this channel is not intended to provide financial advice, and we do not advise you to invest in any certain company. This is the approach we bring instructional content to your door. With that in mind, we urge that you perform considerable research on the issue before you purchase anything. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and for more up-to-date information, please like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.